morning when I wake and the sun is coming through. Oh, you feel my love.
My first memory was when I came to Compass. Like, it was a program before school. I remember because I met a lot of great people and a lot of great teachers, and they taught me a lot of great things.
My first memory would probably be the first day of school. I remember not being worried for the first day of school, and I thought like coming into high school I'd be really nervous, and everyone was like really friendly and everyone's like in the same position as you are, and it was like a good first day of school, a good first day of high school.
My first memory of attending Sequoia was I had Senor Stalder first period, and he always stands outside his classroom and gives you a handshake, and that was just completely new to me. I thought it was pretty funny.
My first memory was probably getting lost like to every class that I had to go to. I had no idea where anything was, so I was 15 minutes late to every class that I had the first day.
Well, technically this wasn't freshman year, but I remember when I was shadowing, I simultaneously tripped walking up the stairs and gave my shadow a flat tire at the same time. And looking back on it, it was really funny, but at the time I was just so embarrassed.
So my first memory of attending Sequoia High School was when I came to watch my brother in the band and seeing Miss Woodman being so flamboyant and inviting and telling me that I was completely welcome to join next year, and it made me so excited for the entire experience that was to come.
I transferred here sophomore year, and I remember walking into the school and I had torn my ACL and got surgery like a month before, so I was in this giant boot and I was so lost and had no idea where to go, but these sophomores who were like in my Spanish class that I had first period took me under their wing and brought me up the stairs and like made everyone move out of the way so I could get up.
Trying to find a place to sit at lunch because I felt like going to the classes was super easy. It was just finding a place to be, and it was a little hard.
My first memory of attending Sequoia was diversity. Like, once I came in, I noticed, since the middle school I went to was really Hispanic, but once I came to Sequoia, it was extremely different. Any race was pretty much here, and everyone was actually friendly. I didn't know that was true until I experienced it. Like, I was able to come up to anybody and say, "Oh, hi," and they greeted you with a smile.
My first memory at Sequoia was when I was shadowing. I got kind of lost at lunch, and so I just started walking around the grass field, and I guess I stepped in dog poo, and because I was just a shadow, I was too embarrassed to tell anyone, so I just kind of walked around all day with dog poo on my shoe.
This year, me and my friend Lucas, we did the talent show together, and he sang Titanium while I played on piano, and I mean, it wasn't great singing. It was great singing, but we got sparkly suits, and it was just a really big performance, and it was just really fun, and it kind of made me less afraid to put myself out there.
My most memorable memory would be like meeting all my friends freshman year. Like, we were in the after school program and we were in cooking, and I don't know, we just like all sat at the same table and then we became like really good friends. For my freshman year, I was on the lacrosse team, and one day we had a game and it was like 100 degrees outside. It was super hot, so it ended up getting canceled, and like the whole team, we just all went and jumped in the pool in our clothes, and just a good time.
I'll just like always remember the football games and like going with your friends and going out to dinner before or something, and then just like all the good vibes there and just cheering on for Sequoia. After my IOC, which I completely bombed by the way, Miss Woodman just sat there and handed me my cat cookies and was like, "You know what? Like, we're good, you're gonna be okay." And you kind of just realize that everything needs to be taken in perspective.
All of the performance opportunities that I've had here, like whether it be in the theater department or in the dance program, it's just been really cool. All of the teachers and the directors are so supportive and really make that experience super enjoyable.
The teacher I'll probably remember the most is Miss Schmidt, because I had her 2 years. I had her freshman year and sophomore year, and I think she made fun of me every single day for both those years. That obviously gave me some thick skin, and I was able to make fun of her back. Best class, hands down, 7th period, Miss Berry. She's the chillest teacher. Shout out to Miss Berry. Cats and cat videos or what's up.
Definitely Mr. Bliss, because he's super funny, and then Miss Vaughn, because me and Lucas always would rap in her class and she would always get really mad, but at the same time she loves us. Shout out to Miss Vaughn.
I'll probably remember Mr. Weathers the most because he was really into teaching his class, and he's really like actually interested in, you know, the students' lives and like helping them with other subjects.
I will remember Miss Woodman because he has been just like so supportive of all our kids, both on an educational and on like an emotional level, and has helped everyone grow and reach their fullest potential and do really well throughout these 4 years. And I will also remember Mr. Y because he is the bomb and he pushes you really hard, but he also really cares about you and loves to joke around and creates a very good connection with the students.
Definitely Mr. Y, because we're best friends, and also Miss Dever, because we can just go talk to Miss Dever about everything and like show her prom pictures and like talk about dogs, which is really cool.
Definitely the EA Academy teachers. They're all great. Miss Henderson, Miss Bannister, Drogan, Dodge, and Stein. They're all wonderful. And Miss Vin, of course.
Teachers like Miss Bray, Mr. Mora, and Miss Rush, who are people that you'd go, oh, you know, these are the teachers I don't like being in their class because they'll scold you and because they'll be really harsh on you. Those were the teachers that helped me out the most, because at that moment, maybe I didn't want them, but it's what I needed.
Getting myself to actually finish the extended essay for TOK, for the IB diploma, that was a tough one.
Obviously, like the most challenging experiences have been the IB program, doing some of the IB tests, and I think my first IA was pretty challenging. It was just a new experience to write that much.
Probably having a 0 period, junior and senior year, like it's just really unfair.
I'm probably just balancing everything going on, like especially during sports season, like having practice every single day and then also going home and doing homework, so maybe just time management.
I would definitely say there's a tie between the stress that I faced during college apps as well as Mr. Tonto's chemistry class, because I just had the hardest time doing well and like getting through that class.
Oh, I ditched class way too much junior year, so I think I failed every class junior year, so senior year I had to retake all those classes and make them all up on Cyber High and stuff.
I'm not taking it as seriously. I feel like in the entire time I felt extremely stressed, and I was like, if it's not good, then it's bad. And I have to be the best, and if I'm not the best, then you're failing. And it was all about like taking a step back, and that's when I finally started enjoying school.
The biggest struggle I encountered in high school was, how to say, senioritis thing, because that is true. They joke around, oh, senioritis is gonna happen, but you don't experience it until you actually become a senior. It's a weird thing. That was one of the biggest struggles I had in the beginning, and I was extremely lazy. Like the work didn't seem too much of a priority to me until I realized that it was actually having a big impact on me. This might sound weird, but now dropping out, I guess, because like I know friends who I came in as freshmen and now they're like, they dropped out. And I was like, wow, like I thought this actually doesn't happen to people. I thought that was just like in movies, but that was something, since I was really close to them, I sometimes ditch school because of them. Then I realized I don't want to become a drop, and I'm really happy like I didn't follow their footsteps. I actually did what I wanted to do.
Staying in school. Like, you get so many friends around here and you just want to go do stuff with them and not be in class all bored.
Freshman year, my friends were making fun of me because my voice used to always crack, and then so my voice cracked one time, and they started making fun of me for it. And then I started saying the sentence, once I go through puberty, and on the word puberty my voice cracked and I could just never speak again that day.
At lunch, I sat down in something and it made like a stain on the back of my pants, and for like the rest of the day people kept asking me if I pooed my pants.
Sophomore year at a football game, and I was wearing new jeans, and it was halftime, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go out on the field. So I go out on the field, and they have like those monkey bar looking things the football players use, and so I was like, oh, like obviously we should climb on top of it. And there's like a screw on the pole while we were climbing up, and my jeans got caught on them, and they just ripped like right down the middle, and like the whole football team came out right after that, and I was just like, I don't know what to do with my life. But like everyone was very supportive, and I got off the field and I got new pants. We're okay.
In Cabaret, the musical, one of my friends was talking backstage about like how to like adjust her cleavage in her costume, and we didn't realize that her microphone was still on, so the whole entire audience in the show heard her talking about that, and it was really funny and really embarrassing.
It was during lunch. I was in Miss Vin's classroom, and I was with a friend, and I accidentally spilled some water on her. So she thought it would be funny to spill some on me, but she missed and sort of got my pants, and I was wearing khakis at the time. So the stain looked like I peed myself. So then when I tried to grab myself some napkins, the teacher didn't have any. So I had to walk down to the bathroom and get some, and pretty much people were just pretty much laughing at me.
I feel like this year, I don't know why why I started becoming more outgoing. I don't know, maybe I just, the talent show and all the stuff with Club David, it just kind of made me a more confident person and less afraid to be myself in public.
Club David changed my life. I definitely just grown as like a more independent and confident person though.
I think overall I've become more independent, understanding that I can handle situations myself, not have to worry about asking teachers anymore. As it goes on, you learn to handle your situations internally.
I feel like I'm a lot less shy than I was when I first got here. year, and I'm a lot more like open to meeting new people and more friendly towards other people because like I don't know, it's our last year and I wanted to like make as many friends as I can.
I'm just like in general, I'm just like okay with going with the flow. I don't really care and stress a lot about what everyone thinks of me, whereas like maybe at the beginning of high school, like especially the first day, is like all about people's reactions and like judgments.
I think I'm less stressed about like trying to fit in or what other people think of me and just like being myself. I think if I was told like what I'm doing right now when I was a freshman, like I definitely like wouldn't have believed it. Like it's a twisty road and you don't know where you're gonna end up, which is what everyone's been saying, but it's true.
You meet people and you're growing up and you learn what not to do and what to do and how to speak up for yourself and what to avoid and what is best for you. And I think that's the best part of the experience.
I gotta say I was really ignorant during my freshman year. Like I used to skip a lot, and like now I just want to stay in school.
I think I've definitely grown up. I've matured a lot, learned a lot, but definitely just grown with friends. Like you could tell just from freshman year to your senior year how much you've developed as a person, and you really take on more responsibility and you really realize the person you want to be in the future and what you want to do with your life. I think high school is just your time for trial and error. Like I wish I would have like dyed my hair a whole bunch of different colors and like gone through different phases and like try out like different outfits and like different personalities, I guess, like different me's. So I think that's what high school means.
To me, high school is kind of just like this transition phase where it's kind of in between you being responsible for yourself but also like not having quite as much freedom as you would like in the future. So it's kind of just like a good mixture of both.
To me, high school is a chance for you to kind of grow up. Like I'm way different than I was freshman year, and like you're given like you can get your license and you're kind of like on your own as far as like time management goes and like what you want to do and what you want to be and how you want to accomplish your goals. But it also gives you a chance to make mistakes and just go along with the ride and challenge yourself into different things because you'll never know what you like if you don't try it.
I think that high school is a huge period of growth, and I had no idea what I was getting into coming into high school, and I'm leaving a completely different person than who I thought I was. And I think it's really cool to find yourself and find out more about what you want to do in the future and take those next steps into your career.
High school is just like a time of change and a time to see who you kind of are as a person, whether you're going to be the type of person that's like super into academics or super into sports or what you want to do in college. It's just a time of kind of like transition for a lot of people.
It means a lot. It was really fun. It wasn't just like work. I met a lot of new people. Like all of my friends, I knew none of them before high school. I guess I learned a lot and learned a lot about myself and how I interact with people.
If you're coming into high school with like some of your really good friends, just also be aware that you should make friends outside of your group, because maybe one day your friends will transfer and then you find yourself starting over a year into high school when everyone else already has a friend group, and it's kind of tough.
My advice to freshmen or people in high school is make the most of it, for better or for worse, because it's like the only time you have, it's only one experience, and try to learn as much about yourself as you can.
I would say like just stop complaining and like enjoy it, because it's like over before you know it and you're like stuck here for 4 years, so why not make the best of it?
Enjoy your time and go wild. Do whatever you want. Honestly, like be selfish and just be happy.
I would say just don't really stress and worry about being like the perfect college applicant, because everyone ends up where they're supposed to be anyway. So even if you don't have straight A's and you don't get into Stanford, like everything's gonna work out for you.
Just go with the flow and just do as much as you possibly can. Like take full advantage of all the opportunities that the school gives you.
Go to class. It seems like a pain in the booty right now, but senior year you're not going to want to retake all those classes that you didn't go to originally.
Pay attention in class, because it's easy to go, oh, I don't understand this, but it's really just paying attention, and you may think you seem stupid when you raise your hand and ask, or annoying, but no one really cares, and you're only hurting yourself by not asking.
Your freshman and sophomore years count more than you think they do. Definitely take them seriously. Just work your hardest all throughout high school, because that cumulative GPA hits you harder when you're applying for colleges than you think it will.
Do not slack off. I can't emphasize this enough. Like, really do not slack off. From the beginning to the end, I know you're tempted to be with your friends, fool around during class because you're in a new environment, exposed to new things, but stay on track. It isn't that hard. Pay attention. We don't understand things. Go ask the teacher.